Hey, welcome back everybody. We have another TTM video to get to. We've got 8 today. Looking good. We know 2 for sure. We probably know the third one. One's from Canada. 2 of them put address labels. We'll kind of mix those in there. And let's get started. We're sending our favorite athletes and celebrities photographs and cards through the mail. This first one's coming from Parts Unknown, no postmark. You'll get that sometimes. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know the date that it left there. But it looks to me like Dave Kingman, after a long wait, much longer than usual for Mr. Kingman. Saw some other folks get him back. Johnny Serena, I believe, got him back. And this has been out for about 3 months. He's 74 years old now. Started to get a little worried about him. Hadn't heard anything bad about him. But yeah, played 16 seasons. Outfield, first base. We just got his college teammate back, Jim Barr, and I mentioned that Kingman and Barr were both pitchers in college for those great USC teams. And they kind of moved him to, he was a hitter while he was a pitcher, and then he became a full-time hitter by the time he graduated. 2 championship rings. Hit 442 lifetime home runs in the major leagues. Pretty darn good. Slugger extraordinaire. 3 times an All-Star and 2 times a home run leader. And he's a $5 fee. Let's go off and count those days. All right, 87 days for Dave Kingman. 87 days, $5 fee. 87 days. Kansas City, here I come. Kansas City up next. Kansas City, here I come. Paul Coffman, nice. Matthew 6:33. Proverbs 3:5. 1 John 5:12. John 14:6. Did he give me a 5th? He did. Mark 8:36. Nice. Paul Coffman, underachiever extraordinaire. Why do I say that? Well, he was not recruited very much out of high school. Had to walk on at Kansas State. Then he was not drafted into the pros. Had to kind of walk on to the Packers. Signed as a free agent. 284s and an 83. He is 66 years old. Played tight end after not being drafted for 11 seasons. 78 to 88. 3 times in the Pro Bowl for that undrafted college walk-on. Packers Hall of Fame. Did that by overachieving his entire career. 3 weeks, 21 days. Paul Coffman, no fee. First time we've sent to him, I believe. Go Pack. That may be the, I'm sure it is the Dave Brown collection. First one we know, it's coming from Vern Law. Vern Law, we've sent to him a few times very recently. Had those 54 Bowman cards and been sending them one by one. Oh, he spanked it too. Large card, as you can see the size difference. Gives him extra space for his great inscriptions. Brand new Sharpie again. Cy Young World Series champs 1960. Gonna send that to Elroy Face. He charges like $5 donation for Elroy Face. I'm not sure if he officially charges, but Vern Law does. Vern Law charges 10 each, and he spanked that index card as well. You can read there. He usually does that with one of the index cards. So I sent him those 2 cards and $20. And he got that back really quickly, 10 days. And he likes to put the inscriptions, and I love him. Looks great. 54 Bowman. That's the second card I have of that, I think, if not 3. And I just sent another one out this week. So I've been sending them one by one. That was a double card because I knew I had to get that Hill Aces, the Bucks, get Elroy Face to sign that. Vern Law is 92 years old, and Elroy Face is 95, and they're both still signing. Imagine that. So 10 days, $10 fee, 2 cards, $20. Greensboro, North Carolina, Piedmont Triad area. Usually means something good in the NASCAR realm. And that is it, baby. Look at that dual signed card with the Petties. Kyle Petty signed it in dark silver Sharpie, and Richard signed it in his white. Also signed this one in white. Food Lion STP. Beautiful. Richard Petty, the king. Glad to get that dual sign back. I think I've seen some other folks get the dual sign Petty cards. Pretty sweet. 85 years old, the king. The king. What more can you say? Dave Kingman, meet the real king. King of NASCAR, the king of driving. 200 lifetime wins. Unreal. 712 top 10 finishes. Of course, if it was a different era back then. But still, that's just unbelievable. He's a living legend. And we're so lucky he signs for free. In fact, I think he kind of leads the way with those other NASCAR drivers. That's why they're such good drivers, is they follow the lead of the king, Richard Petty, who's been signing for years. He does have a 2 max, but that's quick return, 8 days. 8 days, no fee, 2 max for Richard Petty. And here's the next one up. Fred Hoaglin, quick return, H2P, Hail to Pitt. He's a Pitt grad. And I mentioned something to him in a letter that I was a Pitt grad. Sent his rookie card, that 72 tops. He's usually a pretty slow return, but I got that back pretty quickly. I'm sure it's less than 3 weeks ago. Michael, Hail to Pitt, Fred Hoaglin, NFL 66 to 2001. So he played for 35 years? No, he played for a while. But 11 seasons, 66 to 76. 7 for the Browns, made a Pro Bowl team. Then he became a long-time offensive line coach for a bunch of teams. Got under Coach Bill Parcells mostly. Coached for about 25 years. 2 Super Bowls for those Giants, the Parcells Giants, 21 and 25. Yeah, pretty good player. First time we've gotten him back. Fred Hoaglin, known more for his coaching, I guess, than his playing. But he's a from Pitt. Hail to Pitt. Nice. So that was 17 days, no fee. 17 days, no fee. Next one's coming from Atlanta Metro. And we could see through that envelope. I don't know why it's so see-through. And it looks like an old pirate. Didn't put the index cards in. Maybe that's why. Steve Nakosha, number 16, which he duly put it underneath his name. Playing first base there in that picture, but that may just be during batting practice, because look at the base there. Come on, focus, Stan. Got a little ball bag or something folded up as the base. That's pretty cool, though. 81 Donruss, 81 Fleer. 2 for 2 from Steve Nakosha. Got that back pretty quick, too. He's 67 years old. He played for 8 years, 78 to 85. His second year in the league was 79 on those We Are Family World Championship winning Pittsburgh Pirates. And actually, he played quite a bit in the World Series because he only played against left-handed pitchers during the season. Played a lot fewer games than Red Hot Ed Ott, the usual catcher who batted left-handed. And, you know, the Orioles were loaded with lefties that year. Scott McGregor and Mike Flanagan. And then Tippy Martinez, who signs through the mail. He was a relief pitcher. But 4 of the 7 games, I remember, were started by lefties. So the coach has started more games than Ed Ott in the World Series. Won a ring, so doesn't really matter. We are family. All right, 10 days, no fee, Steve Nakosha. Next up, Kansas City, Mo. Kansas City. Here I go. That's the second from Kansas City, I believe. Andy Heck. Wow, that's been out a while. That has been out a while. From Notre Dame. Big old man, 6'6", 300 pounds. See what they list him. 6'6", 291, college, Notre Dame. First round pick, number 15 overall. Had a nice long career. NFL. He's 56 years old. Played 12 seasons, 89 to 2000. First 5 with the Seahawks, then 5 with Bears, and then finished up with 2 with the Redskins. But long-time coach with the Chiefs under Andy Reid. He's been there since 2013 or so. So he's got 2 Super Bowl rings as the offensive line coach for Andy Reid. And let's go off the record and count that one. That's been out a while, 6 months. All right, Andy Heck, 138 days, 138. We saw Media Marauder get him back. I mean, it may have been last week. Hoping mine was on the way. Next up, the one returned from Canada. We think we know who this is. Could be a Canadian football star. Yes, it is. Chuck Ely Foundation sent me that card. Oh, there's an extra signature there. Phone number 1, Chuck Ely. Toledo. Look at that Toledo uniform. Nice. 2, Michael. Chuck Ely on the Jogo card. 1992. It's kind of a CFL legend. Hopefully you can read that right there. You can pause and read that. Incredible career in college at University of Toledo. Never lost a game. 35-0. Every game he started, he won, which is an NCAA record. And he's an All-American there and was recently inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame for his time at University of Toledo. He grew up around here, about an hour from here in Portsmouth, Ohio. Just a couple years younger than other high school guys over there, Al Oliver and Larry Heisel. Remember, you may have heard of those two. They're both from Portsmouth. Grew up same town about 3 or 4 years before Chuck Ely, but they're all good friends. And yeah, won a Grey Cup his rookie year, Canadian Football League, and was Grey Cup MVP. Played for 3 teams up there, Hamilton, Winnipeg, and Toronto. Not drafted into the NFL. So he had to make his living in the CFL for 7 seasons altogether. And let's see, 14, 15, 16, 17 days, no fee, Chuck Ely. 17 days, no fee for the Portsmouth legend. What'd you think? Let me know down below. Got some great returns today. Let me know down below what your favorite was. I like that dual Richard Petty and Kyle Petty. I like the Chuck Ely. Love the Vern Law 54 Bowman. Kingman rookie, 72 tops. The overachiever, Paul Coffman, and Hail to Pitt, Fred Hoaglin. You let me know what your favorite was. And as always, subscribe by clicking that icon right there. And if you missed Monday's TTM video, I'll leave a link to that right there. We like to do these at least twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays typically. And then tomorrow we'll have our big mail day video, which is usually on Fridays. Thanks for being with me today, and we will see you soon.